Alright folks, hello and welcome to another Minecraft video. My name is LeaderGrev and welcome to World 2. And here I am, Enchanting, and I'm going to explain how I got to level 32 in just a couple of seconds. Now let's check this out. We've got a level 30 enchant here. Let's go for it. Well, I guess that's, I can't say that's the first time in Enchanted Sword I have. It's the second one. The first one I got Bane of Arthropods, but that was like a level 13 enchant. For this, Sharpness 4, Knockback 2, not bad. I'll live with it. And right now that means I have Non-Breaking 3 Fortune 2 pick, a Sharpness 4 Knockback 2 sword, and a Power 1 bow, which I got from a skeleton. And of course Projectile Protection 2 iron leggings. And let me explain how exactly I got to this level of enchanted items. Or rather, to this level in general. I'm going to head down here and sort of explain. If you guys remember the demonic redstone cave, and actually, here's how my farm is going so far. I'm just going to be showing it off, not regularly, but in intervals so you see how it's going. Eventually I'll show you guys when it's done and how it works. But the demonic redstone cave was a cave behind my slime farm. And it was a very expansive cave, and recently I just finished exploring it off camera just to test out the Fortune 2. As you can see, all of that was me mining, as you will see. This is the demonic redstone cave loot. These bottom two rows, I mined every single vein of coal just to see how well the pick worked. And these are all of the resulting items that I got out of that expedition. I don't think it was that bad. I mean, I skimped a bit on iron. I mean, I didn't miss any iron, but I feel a bit gypped in terms of iron. But I probably did get a lot of it earlier. Gold, also not fantastic, but coal, I have coal for days. And another stack of redstone obviously does not hurt. And these are all of my items that I have been carrying around for construction of the farm. And you may notice this inventory right now. And why do I have this inventory? And it's because I want to go test out the combat as well as the waters of Pumpkin Patch Island and the cave underneath it. Alright folks, welcome back, and wow, back to this again. We need this game to get fixed. Anyways, I'm breaking the spawner because I don't really think it's not going to be really useful. I don't really want to make a spider spawner for any particular reason. And I don't think this means that I'm actually going to be getting pigs out of this. So, to see just how much experience I get, 2 levels worth, not bad. Yeah. So now, the first thing I want to do, it's something of a new tradition. And, I've been meaning to do this for a while now, in one form or another. My first donator, and the music cued in just perfectly, the first person who ever donated to me, and donated anything, at least in my memory, was a viewer of mine who went by the name Green and Purple Radio. I believe it was Radio, actually. But he had a YouTube channel, which was a small Let's Play channel that hadn't really started up yet, but he was the first person who donated to me, and I remember it because it was Amnesia. He donated Amnesia to me, and that started a Let's Play of its own, but I never really gave credit for that. And I've been looking for ways to do it tastefully, and I realized that now was the appropriate time to start, 1.3, new beginnings, and because we've got green and purple. And it's a nice little coexistence in my opinion, so I guess the first bit of recognition for anyone who's ever donated to me, and I plan on, I guess, video reimbursing everyone who's donated to me, and it's going to be a tough list to get on top of, because a lot of people have done me a lot of favors over the past few months, or over the past year even, but this is a green and purple portal. I don't like how it's on the bottom. Nope, that's good. There it is, the green and purple portal. I like it. It's appropriate in my opinion. And anyways, what I've been thinking about doing, is there anything in here? Good, there's not. This is actually going to be really useful to carry around. Or actually, we can keep stuff in here. But one thing I want to do is, I realized that I looked at F3 when I was back in my home cave, and I found out that actually My cave is in a, or at least according to the game, is in an ocean. Now obviously that's not true, but according to 1.3 terrain generation it is, which means that if we're in an ocean right now, we've walked a fair distance away from our original base, which means we could actually be fairly close to land. I mean, there's a good bit of distance between the 2 points that I know are ocean. So, in any which direction, who knows what we'll find. And this water really needs to stop. Okay. Okay. I brought gravel along because I figured I'd get enough cobble, gee, what is wrong with me? Cobble at the end of the day. So I figured coal would probably be a smarter idea. This is a whole mess of wrong bad, of badong. I should probably also record in my book that I have officially chartered the green and purple portal. Yeah, we should do that right now. In the most dangerous place we could. Chartered the green and purple portal. Pause the game. Cool. I don't know if that actually paused anything. I don't hear the water. The nether portal's not moving. There are no particle effects coming from the torch. So I think that may have paused the game. Not really sure. Let's go up first, because I don't really want to be ambushed, and an ambush is less likely to come from below, from my experience at least. This is probably all coming from the ocean. And it's nighttime out in the ocean. And there's a squid. Okay, let's see. Okay, squid, get out of our face. I kind of want to swim faster. Maybe taking off the iron armor would have been a good idea. It would have been a very good idea. Don't die! Ah, yes. Okay. Note to self. Take off iron armor before attempting any kind of flotation anythings. Aha! And here is our first foray. And actually, I'm going to leave the book in this chest, because the book, it's become one of my first, like, items of attachment in the game. It's one of those little keepsakes that I want to keep safe. It's literally, I mean, for X, in X's Adventures of Minecraft, he had his crafting bench, which the first crafting bench he ever created, he carried with him everywhere. When he started his second season, I guess, not the new one, but when he decided to leave his original cave, he died, and he went back specifically for his crafting bench, which he had lost. So, I feel like this book is my first little, like, bit of attachment, bit of commitment to the game. That sounds very extreme. Let's keep going down. I don't really know if these two will connect in any way, but I guess that's all for us to find out. Can we grab anything? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. So we're gonna have to jump this. This all looks bad in so many ways. There's so many entrances and, like, different ways to go. And I will actually be getting all of this coal on camera, and all the iron and all the ores that I can find, because I'm doing this, I'm sort of exploring this cave more extensively for the purpose of seeing how it compares to the demonic redstone cave. I'm also doing a lot of this caving because I want to see if I've come across 1.3 territory. I know there's really it's going to be challenging to tell, but one of the biggest, like, telltale marks will be A, coming across a ravine, B, coming across emeralds. At least that'll tell me that I've come across some kind of new terrain. Ravines and, not strongholds, but abandoned mines are definitely more pointing towards, like, hey, you found new terrain, because I'm in an ocean. Whoops, wrong pick. I'm in an ocean, and that's what F3 tells me, so that's probably accurate to 1.3, but I kind of want confirmation of that. And the best way to get that, as far as I can tell, is by looking for telltale marks of new terrain generation. Now, there's no way I could have generated this terrain earlier during 1.8 or anything like that, so I think it'll be a pretty surefire telltale mark, I guess, if I find any of the things that I just mentioned. Especially, obviously, emeralds. Although I'm actually not sure if exploring in the Nether generates the terrain in the overworld at the same time. I kind of hope it doesn't. That would be kind of strange and would take up a lot of unnecessary space, but it may be possible, and if it is, just let me know, because then a lot of this will have been in vain. Although, you know what? It's interesting to test out the new, first of all, the new experience mechanics. I want to see if I can get as much experience as I got from the redstone cave from caving there, or how the combat is, actually, because I remember as soon as the adventure update came out, I did an episode about the combat, and originally I wasn't too enthused about it, because I felt like, at least the way the eating mechanics worked, it fostered a lot of, like, now I need to go run and hide, rather than, like, I need to actually do combat. So, that was what I was not so happy about, but eventually it grew on me. Bling bling blunk. I remember, I forget what the video was called. Or actually, no, I remember what it was called. The Art of War, I believe. We're going down there. That is a must. First, I kind of want to cover that area. You guys have no idea how happy I get when I realize there's no more coal to be mined in a particular area. Because with Fortune, coal is everywhere. Like, mining a tiny bit of coal yields so much. And because I've basically, like, given myself this little mission to sort of mine as much coal as I possibly can, it gets tough. It really does. Tough and annoying. In very different ways, but in ways that are kind of understandable. Right? Does that make sense? I think it does. Let's get this iron. I'm literally going for everything here because it extends the episode and allows me to talk a bit more. And because that's sort of the goal, so I can go back. The reason I have everything compiled in a chest from the redstone cave, the demonic redstone cave, is because I want to compare the loot from this cave to that cave. It's a pretty simple little endeavor, in my opinion. I don't want to get dropped on by anyone. This is not good. This is not good at all. Let's go up here. Let's head up here. And actually, I'm also kind of making myself vulnerable. Another thing that kind of interests me is how creepers are more damaging now, and I haven't felt a genuine fear from creepers in a long time. Because, since we were on the topic of amnesia earlier, and the game, well, as it was donated to me, let's talk about what it did right, and in turn, like, since the topical game of nowadays is Slender, we can talk about what that game did right. Or what both games did right. Both games don't have very threatening monsters. In Slender, the monster just looks awful. The rendering is, it's a really poorly modeled monster, in my opinion. And the fear is like fighting your own urge to turn around. The less you see of the monster, the more scared of it you are. So that's really smart. Here in Minecraft, I've played so many challenge maps where there are creeper spawners upon creeper spawners that it's become less of a threat to me. Or not less of a threat, but less of a fear. I'm not scared of them anymore. I see them and I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's another creeper, I guess it's just gonna explode or whatever. It's no big deal. So getting that genuine threat from a creeper, in terms of like, oh no, there's a creeper, like I actually have to be worried again now. First of all, it's got me using my bow a whole lot more. I actually kind of regret now that I didn't record all of the Redstone Cave recordings, because that was some scary, and I just scratched my microphone, that was some frightening stuff, to be entirely honest. Because a lot of that was me, like, having to whip out my bow in at totally uncomfortable moments. I'm going to have to go down there eventually. And I'm also going to find my way back, which might be a bit tough. I haven't really figured out a way of organizing my travels. Enderman. I'm less enthused to be fighting them now, and I'm actually kind of upset that I haven't finished recording Race for the End, or Race to the End, because I don't have, or at least, not I don't have, but now I have to fight creepers at a higher, or not creepers, but just mobs in general, including Endermen, at higher damage rates. Because of the patch, I guess, or the combination of, you know what, this might actually work. Although no, a knockback sword is not what I want to fight a creeper, or the frickin' creepers on the brain. I'm always thinking about creepers now. Although this sword is going to be fantastic against creepers. And wow, 2-hit kill, that is solid. That is a sword I can get behind. Wow, that's exciting. Last time I enchanted a sword, I got Bane of Arthropods. So you can probably tell how excited I am about getting a sword that doesn't totally suck. Let's get this gravel out of the way sort of so we can reach the stuff of more interest. Where's that spider? Ah, I see you. I think I just saw something bobbing around over there. Oh, there's a zombie there too. Boink. And boink. Wow, Power 1 actually just completely took out that spider. Which is good. I like that. That's definitely a good job by the power bow. Am I really going to go for that? I have to. I really want to do a fair, comparison. Oh, and I've used the wrong... I might as well not even have gone for that. But whatever. Forget it. We can live with one improperly used. Oh, there's another creeper down there. You guys might actually be able to see that a bit better because of YouTube compression won't help with the darkness, like with that spider over there, but because I have my distance rendering, I've got the fog over there, that you might actually be able to see with a fair amount of clarity, which is pretty good. I hope you can. I hope I'm not just pointing at a blob in the distance and it's like, hey look, it's a creeper, and you guys are just like, what is this guy talking about? Oh god, another one. This is such a serious contrast to how Race to the End recording was, because I'd come across them and I'd immediately go for them because they weren't as threatening. They were simply not as dangerous. They were there. They walked around, but there was a clear exploit towards killing them, and I'm sure there still is now. Now that they've mixed the multiplayer shell, I'm sure there was a way of killing them easily in multiplayer, and I'm sure looking it up on the wiki will tell me exactly how to do that, and I'll feel like an idiot for not figuring it out for myself. But that's kind of a threat I want to avoid right now. Let's just light this up so we don't get ambushed. Oh, sweet. Iron. I get so excited about iron, but I mean, I have fantastic diamond items. Although I am running out of diamond, but I've been thinking about how mathematical Minecraft is, and you really need to invest in your better items in order to do better. I mean, I guess that's kind of common sense, but you need to put in more to get more out, if that makes sense. Because I mean, everything you do in the game has almost like a cause and effect relationship. Once you kill a spider, you can make a bow. Or once you kill a skeleton, you might get a bow. But you have to do certain things in the game to be able to do other things in the game. And diamond makes it easier to, I guess, to mine more diamond. To get more diamond. The more diamond you have and the better enchanted it is, the more chances you have at getting more diamond. Whereas those chances would be lessened with any other kind of pick. Because you're simply going through the game slower. So I've been trying, and this was an original focus of this entire, this is season 2 of my Let's Play, and I've been looking back at older episodes and wondering how on earth I recorded at that quality, and why did I even release videos? Because I've been looking back at older videos and they haven't really been up to par with my standards. And I guess standards change, but I feel bad. I've put myself in a bad situation where I'll look back and I'll be like, wow, these videos were actually, their frames were really, really bad. And I used to not notice it. And now as a YouTuber, it's almost my responsibility to notice these things. And now that I do, I marvel at the stuff I let myself upload, where the quality was really bad, and now that's kind of regrettable because I have 200 or something videos, but the quality on some of them is so shoddy that after watching that, it's not really it's not word of mouth for so many viewers. It's just oh, here's another subpar video. I'm not really going to watch anymore by this guy. So yeah, and I forgot what I was talking about. had something to do with my channel. Right, the focus of this entire Season 2, because this is Season 2 of my Let's Play, it was to sort of explore and make the most of my world in Minecraft. I had watched, a while ago, where are all the mobs? The Demonic Redstone Cave had a lot more mobs than this. A while ago, Etho, of Etho's Lab, released a video called, A Little Talkie, or something like that. And I talked to him about it. I actually sent him a private message, and he responded, which I thought was really surprising. And it's something I strive to do. If you send me a private message, chances are I will respond, unless it's something completely, like, not appropriate for me to respond. Like, if you ask me what my social security number is, or where I live, unless you're, like, sending me a care package, what am I talking about? Or unless you're sending me something, like, I won't, that's not something I'll answer. But for the most part, I try to communicate with my viewers, and I've been trying to do it more and more often recently, and I just hit a tiny little lag spike, and I can't imagine why that would be. But yeah, and one thing Etho talked about in this video of his was that you really need to find something that's different from what a lot of the other Minecrafters are doing. And I'm actually working on a video about this specifically, because I've seen a lot of people talk about, like, there are a lot of videos by more prolific YouTubers out there that are like, the only thing you need to do to be successful on YouTube is be yourself. And while that's a nice answer, it doesn't really satisfy the question, nor is it really full and give the full picture of the situation. Oh, wow, what a mouthful, and I have no idea what the original topic was and why I went into that. Right, Season 2, full world, taking advantage of all Minecraft has to offer. The idea of not, like, skimping on items and on ore and all of that stuff, that wasn't, like, the original charter of Season 2. If seasons had charters, which we'll imagine that this one does. But the idea behind this season was that I would play and I would be exploring something or doing something of interest, like building something I hadn't built before, or something like that in every episode. Like, every episode would be something new. No more of that, like, I'm going to wander around Minecraft and see what comes towards me. No more of that attitude. It was I'm going to take advantage of the resources I have to make the absolute most of my gameplay situation. And so, that's actually why I decided to enchant this diamond sword as opposed to something else. And I was really thinking, and I was like, you know what, iron swords are more of a challenge, so maybe I should not enchant a diamond sword at all. But then I started thinking, enchanting a diamond sword, even though I do have very little diamond, eventually, like, it'll somewhat indirectly, but it will help me get more diamond. I hope that all makes sense. Sometimes I lose track of what I'm saying, and I'll just be like, blah, 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 and none of it will make any sense. Creeper! Hooray! I've been looking for you. I think we've met before. Not this specific one, but in general. I've met your brothers, and cousins, and relatives. They're not the nicest bunch, but they satisfy. It sounds very strange. to describe someone's family as satisfactory. What does that even mean? I could totally, like, I could end this entire, like, train of thought with, like, what is this act called? The Aristocrats. But yeah, it kind of ties into satisfactory family, and it kind of doesn't. In very strange and inappropriate ways. I probably shouldn't be talking about this. What is down here? I feel like I've missed a whole bunch of, like, Swiss cheesiness of this cave. Oh, shoot. From all over. Okay, there's a creeper coming up from behind, and I do not want to get on its bad side. Whoa! Cobblestone stairs. I like it. I really do want to go down there. Because a lot of this stuff, I mean, gold, iron, coal, I can get it eventually. But the diamond, that's really what I'm looking for. That's what's on my brain right now. And what can I get rid of? Oh god, this is dangerous. I'm standing in the middle of, like, a war zone. Preparing torches for myself. Genius! This is just brilliant. Brilliant me and my brilliant ideas. Alright, I guess I've cleaned this area out. I don't think I did. Actually, where are all these zombies coming from? That's frightening. It sounds like it's coming from above, but it could be from here. And I like how Swiss cheesy this whole place is. It's like peppering the earth, the core, sort of. Because, I mean, there's water up there, and that's obviously coming from the oceans. Which means that not only do we have, like, a Swiss cheese of caves, but we're also Swiss cheesing the ground, if that makes any sense. So many allusions to cheese. When I was in 6th grade, I forget what grade I was in, but I wrote a 12-page essay on cheese. I thought it was really good. In retrospect, it was probably like, there are several types of cheeses. Cheddar is one of them. But I was proud of it at the time, and it bolstered my reputation as a cheese enthusiast in my grade and in my school, and amongst my family members and such. Oh, geez. That is a place I do not want to fall into. Alright, we need to get rid of the skeleton, because his ranged attacks are extremely dangerous. That's why I got this ready. If I fall into lava, before I swim, it's actually probably much more important for me. Get back! Wow, that was... I don't know if that spider damaged itself during its fall, but if not, that was just a straight up one-hit kill. Wow, look at all of that. If I don't find diamonds at the end of this trip, I will be sorely disappointed, because all of this looks very promising. I don't even, like, I've completely lost track of where I am and what it is I'm looking for, and how it is I'm going about looking for it. Drown! Just drown. Wow, he just got tossed. I could allow this water to just take me down to the core of the earth. That also seems a bit dangerous and haphazard. I do still want to comb this cave, like, in its entirety. That is kind of a goal, although I'm not really sure how I'm going to find my way out. I guess I could just swim up, and then sort of, like, find Pumpkin Patch Island around me. It shouldn't be too far. I mean, as much as it seems as I've been traveling through these caves, it really can't be all that far away from me. Pumpkin Patch should still be fairly close, and I do intend to annex it as Pumpkin Patch. And actually, I want to start a dock there, and I brought boats specifically for that purpose. I want to go and look around and see what there is to find. Oh boy. Oh, wrong pick. Derp. No, yes, no more coal. Oh, that's exciting. It shouldn't be that exciting, but it totally is. I'm hoping I can run out of this pick before I run out of space for certain items. I still have a lot of room for gold, a lot of room for coal, and a lot of room for iron. I could just start getting rid of it. Like, why do I have this? Might as well just get rid of it now. And I kind of feel like, in my head, I'm thinking, like, I'm probably going to regret that for some odd, like, completely random reason in the future. Like, maybe I'll come across the need for some kind of physics block, but gravel won't work. I don't know, that doesn't even make sense. But for some reason I have, like, this strange feeling of, I'm totally going to regret this decision in the future. And I shouldn't. It's a building block. I'm surrounded by building blocks. This cave is a Swiss cheese of building blocks. You guys should count how many times I reference Swiss cheese in this episode. Simply for the sake of counting and knowing. Knowledge is power. So obviously, knowing how many times I've mentioned Swiss cheese in the course of one episode makes you pretty powerful. Not to say that... Rather, nah... No, it definitely makes you powerful. Yep. Through my scientific evidence and research, I have discovered that citing how many times I reference Swiss cheese. And I don't know if actually these references to my scientific studies about Swiss cheese count as references to Swiss cheese. They probably do. But then within the references to... I should just stop. This entire train of thought is just a mess. I really love caving. Like, I haven't caved in a while, on camera at least. The last time I did was the Demonic Redstone Cave, and that really... Like, that was a very short episode, if I remember correctly. And it was mostly like, let's see what kind of loot we can get, and let's fight mobs. And the fighting is fun. But something about getting all of these items and extracting, like, the wealth that a cave has to offer, something about that is so exciting to me. And I don't usually do it on camera because, as I mentioned before, I've been thinking about, like, what the purpose of my Let's Play is, and what the purpose of specific, like, missions of mine are. And what it is I want to do in the scope of the game world. And, like, what kind of innovations I can create. You know, that sort of thing. Like, I've been creating farms and stuff like that. I actually think my reed farm design is pretty smart. I haven't seen one like it. I've seen, like, similar designs in terms of how they're built, but not all of them have been as efficient as this one. I think this one's pretty efficient, pretty smart. I mean, I did a fair amount of testing to figure out what kind of configurations would work best. And I think it's a pretty smart reed farm. And I like that. But I've been doing a lot of building, and every now and then I do want to take a break and be like, it's time for some blind, dumb caving. So I can just, like, spout my mouth and say whatever comes to mind. Because as much as I'll occasionally just not give myself props for my commentary. I'll be like, that was not good. I have no idea what I commentate about. Stuff like that. I've made videos like that. Like, that's a thing. And a part of me does believe that's true. But during caving sessions like this, I can just run my mouth about anything, and I completely forget all about it. And, like, it's not even an important, like, train of thought that I've had in the past or something like that. It's just completely random commentary. But I have so much fun doing it. And all of this is actually, I mentioned earlier, is that a slime? Good, we're in a slime spawning chunk. That's pretty cool. Also, mushrooms. We're going to want to close off this water. I do like the idea, I like the idea of approaching Minecraft logically, with some kind of strategic approach. So, I mean, this is very basic logic and strategic approach. I mean, it's nothing fancy, nothing anything, really. But, oh, there he is. Is there an Enderman in the distance? Did he? Whoa! Don't do that. Get back. Oh, I really didn't need to do that. That was like baby slime. I did not need to do that. That was like... Took a baby, smacked it with like the most powerful weapon I have in my arsenal. Completely unnecessary. I could have knocked it out with a loaf of bread. But I chose not to. Man, this unbreaking is really, really good. And gold! Wow! Hooray! I like gold. Gold is fun. Fun, fun, fun. Fun on the run. Stan loves to run. Who's Stan? He is fun. I should never make rhymes. Ever. What is up? What was up with this arrow? A lot of the server side stuff that this patch has brought to us, this update rather, have not like been super duper in terms of how the game has been playing, because servers never run well for me. And the fact that every game I'm running is now like its own miniature server, that does not sound fantastic. But it could be worse. That looks great. What is that? Is that a creeper? I think I see a creeper in the distance. Oh, more coal. I can say, wow, with a fair amount of confidence, that the amount of coal I have right now, and the amount of coal I can get in the future, I really don't need. Oh my god, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. If I have to call this, I should think of a name for this cave, and whereas my other cave is the Demonic Redstone Cave, after all the caving I did in there, I have half a mind to rename it the Demonic Coal Cave, although every cave could be that. Where there was a creeper here. And the fact that it has mysteriously disappeared actually really frightens me. This happens a lot. Like, I'll see a mob in the distance, and I'll be like, ooh, it's a mob, I should go get it. And then I run up to, like, fight it. That was like a strange portmanteau of fight and find. Fight? I guess I kind of meant both. But when I go up to, like, confront it, there you go, that's better. It's an actual word meaning what I meant to say. That's smart. Using words. The mob's just not there. And that freaks me out. Oh, how did you do that? This is a magical creeper. This could be the magical creeper cave. No, 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 no. Oh, wow. Just like, edge of the sword. Ding! Tossed him. Just tossed him. And I think I'm running out of inventory space, honestly. I don't think I have the cojones. What are you doing? Wow, that cave is filled with all the baddies the world can possibly want. And I'm pretty sure I just laid eyes on an Enderman. Oh, jeez, I did. I don't want to be having this fight right now. Okay, I need to get rid of the skeleton fast. Oh god, no, shoot! Oh god. That was not good, that was not good. This is the legitimate fear I've been talking about. This is what needs to happen in Minecraft more. As frightening as that was, I want more of that. And I also really need to find my way back. That, or I just need to hide somewhere and tunnel up. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Before I make a trek back, I don't think I'll be able to do that right now. I need to hide here. You know what I can do? Oh, now! There you go. Now I regret throwing out that dirt. Because you know what I could have done? Blink! Where's that dirt? Where'd it go? Flint, get tossed, man. Get tossed, Flint. We can place that right here. Get rid of this. And we can set ourselves up a tiny little, some semblance of a base or something right here. Because we are going to need it. That or a chest. We're going to need to set something up here. Because I do not have the strength or the map. For some reason, I was always planning on like what I had to bring back and what I had to consider when making this expedition into this cave, which still has no names. Definitely suggest a name. If you don't suggest a name, I will be very upset. We need more of this. Blink. Okay, what can I toss? Get out. Cola. Okay, wow. Back to the basics. We just punched a tree. This is what I was talking about. Blink, blink, blonk, blink, 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 blonk. Get out. Oh, wow. What an expedition. I actually really enjoyed this episode. So, I think I'm going to cut it off here. We're going to have to find some way of remembering this spot. I guess a tree would be the best way to do that, honestly. But, I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. Because we will need a lot of this stuff back. We're just going to stuff a lot of this in here. We don't need this. Wow. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next episode and we'll finish exploring this cave if that's even possible. Wow, what a cave. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video and you're a new video watcher. What is this? Oh, Flint. Just, if you like the video, like it. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, because I'd really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.